Hogwarts Legacy, Room of Requirement explained. The Room of Requirement is essentially the player's central, safe hub. At the beginning of the game, the Room of Requirement will start off relatively small, with just one large room being open to the player. As the game progresses, the Room of Requirement will expand, opening up more side rooms for the player to use. Customization will play a huge part in Hogwarts Legacy's Room of Requirement, with mechanics similar to games like The Sims or Animal Crossing. In the recent Hogwarts Legacy gameplay trailer, some of the Room of Requirement's customization features were explored in some detail. Players will be able to conjure a slew of cosmetic items, ranging from everyday furniture like chairs and tables to some more Harry Potter-esque items like ornamental cat plates and gigantic statues of hippogriffs. Once a player has conjured up an item, they can then customize its appearance, being able to change its color and even its size. The Room of Requirement also has plenty of practical gameplay uses as well. One of the biggest highlights of the recent gameplay trailer was Hogwarts Legacy's gear system, and how it intertwines with the Room of Requirement. At the start of the game, the player will apparently unlock a piece of furniture that lets them identify pieces of gear, which reveals any special traits it has. From there, a player can head over to the loom in the Room of Requirement to upgrade gear and attach special traits to it, which apply bonuses like reduced damage from a specific enemy type. To upgrade gear, players will need to use materials gathered from beasts, which is where the Room of Requirement's vivarium comes into play. At the back of the Room of Requirement, players will find a door that transports them into a vivarium. Acting similarly to Newt's suitcase in Fantastic Beasts, this vivarium is a sprawling space that houses some of Hogwarts Legacy's magical beasts. Players will be able to rescue beasts in the overworld from poachers and transport them back to their vivarium. From here, players can interact with their beasts, petting them and feeding them. This will increase a happiness meter that, when full, rewards players with some unique crafting materials. This vivarium area can also be customized fully, both with cosmetic items like statues, cottages, wells, and foliage, and practical items like a toy box and automatic beast feeder, which will be gradually unlocked throughout the game. Hogwarts Legacy releases on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S on February 10, 2023, followed by a PS4 and Xbox One release on April 4, 2023, and a Switch launch on July 25, 2023. Time to go to the Room of Requirement, a perfect space to brew things, grow things, and care for beasts. And many will, of course, recognize this very handy room from the Harry Potter books and films, a room Harry liked to use a lot. And, as a testament to the detail that is put into Hogwarts Legacy, eagle-eyed fans should spot a bust of Ignatia Wildsmith, the inventor of Floo powder, on the way in. Once you're inside the room, you are able to change the architecture to really make the space feel like your own. Tables, rugs, statues, banners on the ceilings, your legacy is what you make it, and this is also true of the Room of Requirement. Once you've stopped redecorating, we won't blame you if this takes a while. You'll also discover some of the creative activities you can do here. For example, you can use a loom to upgrade your gear. You can even add defensive magic to clothes you wear. You'll also be able to bring items here and examine what they mean, alongside learning recipes and generally upgrading your arsenal. There's always room for improvement in the Room of Requirement. If all that wasn't enough, outside the room is a green area to meet and look after magical creatures. Budding magizoologists can pet, feed, and play with all manner of fantastic beasts here. In the preview, we see a little niffler, a cute Kneazle, and a huge Graphorn. You can extract fur, feathers, and other materials from your beasts, gently and safely, to create more enhancements to your gear too. You can also conjure things in this space, like a cottage, trees, pumpkins, or archways, to make the area extremely personal to you and your beasts. There's even a food processor, so beasts can automatically be fed if you're busy attending to other wizarding duties. There's also a toy box and a breeding pen. We wouldn't blame you if you sacked off the game's main quest just to hang out with your animals, to be honest. Oh, and the icing on the cake, you can name them, too. Our latest preview of Hogwarts Legacy really shows the breadth and depth, not to mention wholesomeness, that the game has to offer. Only a few short months before we can live out our own legacies for real. Not to mention name our own Niffler immediately. Hogwarts Legacy is scheduled to launch worldwide for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, S and PC on February 10, 2023. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will launch on April 4, 2023, and Nintendo Switch on July 25, 2023.